MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Jaguars and the Roadrunners. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Horatio Ho gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
First pitch.
0-1. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Oh, that's low.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton is right there, 1 down. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt. One thing jumps out at me. They are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now, on the bump, has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high, 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Down the first baseline. the next 3-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Nick W. is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Count now a ball and a strike. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control 1-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Rory Murphy is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. Throw over to the bag, but the runner's back easily. Set and the pitch. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Andrews just rakes left-handed pitching. There's no real way to dispute that. However, he's not nearly as proficient when facing pitching from the right side. Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
All even now, 2-2. Joyner on at first, nobody out. He's running. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Might have been trying to avoid the double play ball by putting the runner in motion, but that ended up just causing a different kind of double play, the strike him out, throw him out kind. Not how the offense drew that one up.
Now at the plate, Brooks McKay. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think he got a shot to stay inside that one.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught onto their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Second inning set to go, and next it'll be the outfielder, Zane Oaks. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball, and it gets by him. A swinging strike. Strike taken. Good bender on the outside there.
Nope.
Ball one, taken just off the inside. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Standing in now, Eric Evans, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike one. High in the air out to center field. Buxton is there, 2 gone. And with 2 away here in game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these two teams took to get where they are tonight. Now at the plate, Edgardo Peralta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Sliced hard on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Stayed on the attack, kept his hands inside the ball, and took what the pitcher gave.
First offering on its way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 2 out here and a runner at second. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. The 2-2. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping into the box, Julius Grady, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Julius Grady.
And now a pitch on the way. Hard hit ball to second. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around first, digging for 2. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him. But he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Now to the plate, Raymond Buxton, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game could make a big difference.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Basil Lowry.
Coming to the plate now, Basil Lowry, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set. Here it comes. Now a soft liner to the right side. Foul. Bottom of the second here with no score. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Oaks is there, 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Digging in now, David Trimble. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Trimble, a native of Nicaragua. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which was quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. New inning set to get underway. And coming forward now is the shortstop, T.J. Waters.
T.J. Waters.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung right over the splitter there, 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In there, now the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
1-1 the count now. Base hit into right center. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. The throw into second. The throw pulls him off the bag.
And that's an ideal start to the inning right here. The leadoff man strokes a double, and the next guy comes up and swaps places with him, chasing his partner home. Could be a big inning.
Stepping in now, Edmundo Ayala. Swing and a liner. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And now it'll kick around in the corner. He's in at second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation for the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Luke Wagner is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Digging in, Nick W. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And Matty, it was a pretty nasty breaking ball that buckled this guy. That has to be in the back of his mind as he walks to the plate right here. Has to protect against looking foolish again on the off speed.
Good riding action to that thing, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
At the plate now, Zane Oaks. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Here it comes, 0-2. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Jupiter is out in front here, 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and now it'll be the catcher, Alonzo Price.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple.
Leaping effort, but it's off his glove. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, Dero, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Tony Rossi is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0. A runner at first with no outs here. Two and 1.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
And that's in there, base hit.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, 2-seamer, pitcher, sinker baller, what have you, you're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there, missed middle.
Now at the plate, John Joyner, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy. He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Robert Andrews, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. Line, but speared on a hop. So the first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut the deficit to only 1 run.
Sliding into the box, Brooks McKay. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High bouncer toward the hole, reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Eric Evans. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zones with a 3-ball count.
Buxton is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batter.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Edgardo Peralta will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2, the numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
And this is a strike 3 call. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Jose Ramos swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. God, he looks like a new man out there as this is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Popped him up. Rossi has room in foul territory, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Julius Grady. First pitch coming, here it is. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Grady swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He's in the midst of his 14th Major League season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him. And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Hard sinker misses, 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And that misses for ball 4. The leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. So stepping in, Raymond Buxton. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Ayala will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now back, the designated hitter, Basil Lowry.
Striding forward now is the DH, Basil Lowry. Now a throw over to first, and he's back standing. First pitch of the at-bat. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
I guarantee you at release point he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate usually gets deposited in the seats.
Into the box now, David Trinkel. Into center field, line drive base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at 3rd, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Two-seam fastball, sinker. He stayed inside it. Didn't have the action the pitcher would have liked.
Yeah, that's a sinker right there, Mark. It's intended to be down in the zone. And this pitcher better get the ball down because he can't live up in the strike zone.
Alonzo Price comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. I'm set with the 0-1. Swinging a soft liner. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what? In now, TJ Waters. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. Here's the first pitch to him. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton is right there, 1 down.
Now batting,
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Christian Berry. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Pitch on the way.
Oh, that's low.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Again, a 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Edmundo Ayala is in for a 3rd plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Drilled down the line. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And it'll wind up hanging just long enough for him to run it down, and with that, the side is retired. So striding in, Tony Rossi. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
I suppose this is why you usually have the best defensive outfielder in center field. He got a good read on it, charges in hard, and made a fabulous grab. Look for that one to make the highlight reels later on.
Ready now, John Joyner. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly. You never want to be the pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. He knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. And he makes the catch in the corner. Throw back to second, and they've got him doubled off, and the inning is over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Jupiter is on top, 2-1. All set for the start of the inning. Next, the dangerous power threat, Luke Wagner. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And it's fouled away. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Now the pitch. And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
In now, Nick W. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Seared down the first baseline. And this will get past him down the line at first. It's a fair ball. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you could see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
Zane Oaks is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the sixth. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance, and that is off the wall. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Man, that's got to be a base running mistake right there. But taking a look at it, I guess, in his defense, he had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. By the time he saw it get down, the ball was already on its way back to the infield.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. To the plate now, Eric Evans, as he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. To short. Fielded cleanly. And he's out on the tag. But a run is in to score away from the play. At the plate, Edgardo Peralta. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Low for ball one. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
3-0 now. Jose Ramos would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
It was obvious when the count went to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 0-1 the count. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he nails him at third. Great throw. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here comes the first baseman, Brooks McCabe.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit, leading off with the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
At the plate, Julius Grady as he lets it in the air to right field. Oaks is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down. Ready for another shot now, Raymond Buxton. First pitch on its way. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now the 0-1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. McCabe blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
So now to the plate, Basil Lowry as he hits one on a line to left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And not in time as the run scored.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Digging in, David Krimple, a hit in 2 tries so far. Into the corner and slicing foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. And we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Popped up. Evans moving to his left, and that retires the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard.
Leading for the Jaguars, the designated hitter,
Jose Ramos is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Up top, it's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, when you've been out there as long as he has, you have to expect to lose a little precision in your location. He's up over 90 pitches now, so he might be starting to tire a little bit. Something to keep an eye on.
T.J. Waters stands in as he looks at a called strike. The 0-1.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
To second for 1 on the first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Now at the plate, Christian Berry, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Line drive to center field. And this was sinking on him at the end, but he's able to hang with it, and the inning is over. Rafael Costa gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in, Alonzo Price will swing it from the left side right here. Tom Magruder is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. On the ground to the right side. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Tony Rossi.
Into the box now, Tony Rossi. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, John.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, John Joyner. He's 2 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. The 0-1 on its way. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Tom Magruder will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Number 6.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Edmundo Ayala. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And now the second pitch of the inning will be his 100th of the ball game. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Popped up. And there's your first out of the inning. Time now to give you a look at our starter comparison in this 3-3 ball game. Both pitchers turning in fairly good performances. Skipper out of the dugout making the slow trek to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Won't get a decision in this one, but except for a few mistakes, he pitched pretty well here this evening. Mudville gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Dill is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One,
there's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And they have taken the lead. A solo shot here to left as they've taken a 1-run lead.
This is going to be one of those moments we look back on in a couple of years when we relive this World Series. That swing of the bat late in the game to take the lead, huge one.
Into the box, Nick W. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
At the plate now, Zane Oaks. That's a strike to throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second.
that's a swipe of the bag. And this catcher, he throws really well, too. So that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
One out and a runner on second base. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood and a broken bat.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And he is going to beat the throw home as he scores to make this a 5-3 game now.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Count is 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Buxton is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. First pitch on its way. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. 2 out with a man at first. Swing and a liner. But this will be a foul ball. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 2-run shot to left center, his first homer so far in the series, as it is now 7-3.
Yeah, that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with a 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest their closer the rest of the day. 4 runs feels awfully good.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramos. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire. 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. Tyler Cunningham is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder. Robert Andrews. He's set and the pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
The first baseman, number 2, Brooks McKay.
Digging in once again, Brooks McKay. Pitch on the way. 1 out, nobody on. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Here's the pitch. Line drive to left. W is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Liner in there for a base hit. So with that, we're not done with the bottom of the 8th quite yet.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D'Lo. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. All set to start the 9th in this one, and next will be the speed threat, T.J. Walkers. No balls and 1 strike. Comes set and the 0-1. Late square, and this is popped up. Sennett is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9. Now batting, Christian Berry. And this one runs up high, ball 1. skied into straightaway right. Brady is there, 2 down.
Now that's second baseman, Edmundo.
Riding in once again, Edmundo Ayala. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Hit hard on the ground to second, right to him. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Donnie Kimura gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Donnie Kimura.
Plate now is the designated hitter, Basil Lowry. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. On the ground to third. Scooped up. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batter, not shortstop, David Renfroe.
Ready once again, David Trinfel. Pitch on the way.
1-1, no strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Now batting, catcher, Tom Magruder.
To the plate now, Tom Magruder. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. The relay. Throw to second, and he's out. A 1-run is in to score on the play. Dexter Phipps takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ballgame here and pick up a save. In now, Tony Rossi. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Runner at first following the error. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, John Joyner. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Again, another foul ball. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in the face and salt this game away for his guys.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
Seven to 4 is the final score in tonight's game. Jupiter win the World Series opener and take a 1-0 lead. Rafael.